What's up, y'all? This your girl, comedian Camilla Davis. I go by KDavis, all the way from the great state of Mississippi. I'm here, I'm a stand-up comedian, inspirational speaker, content creator, and you may have seen me on social media roasting people and stuff. I'm here with music heads, had to pull up on them, man. And just shout out to my folks back home, man. Gunno Lavish, that man is doing his thing all over social media. Gunno, you got it, boy. You're one of my favorites. Keep doing your thing. And then shout out to my people here, Raheem Holt, Arday Ellis, Machete, and KDavis, Steve Brown, Ashima Franklin. And again, music heads. I had to give y'all 2 shout outs.
Man, appreciate it. Got an interview for y'all.
Yep.
KDavis in the house.
Gonna do it.
HEADz Radio, baby.
Shout out to MUZIQ HEADz.
Very familiar.
Yeah, stud.
I think what she's be out in Chicago too, right?
No.
I don't know because I'm not. Look, y'all. So, if we are recording right now, at one point I did try to do stand-up comedy, and you kind of meet people. At one point, I think I may have crossed paths with Miss KDavis here, and this was at the Ed Lover show, and so I don't know.
I gotta remember Ed Lover. The only time I remember being around Ed Lover is, you sure? Are you thinking about what's his name? Bob Sumner. You're not thinking about him, because Ed Lover. The last time I remember being around him, he was at a show where they had like R&B and stuff at. I don't remember doing any comedy with Ed Lover.
There used to be an open mic calendar on Google, and all the bars would just put their open mic hours. And one day it was something that I want to say it was either Punchline or
I ain't never performed at Punchline.
And it may not. No, it might have been what's the spot off Marietta Street?
Apache? No.
Nah, not Apache.
You ain't thinking about Uptown, because they been moved there, and I wasn't living here.
And it might have, maybe.
I wasn't living here when they did that. So who were you thinking about?
I don't know.
Can't be me.
All I know is he did a roasting session, and this is I don't roast people, bro.
I swear you thinking about somebody. I ain't never roasted like nobody like with Ed Lover. I just started. I've done roasting in the past, but I really just started doing it heavy, like literally last year.
So all these videos is on the TikTok. You just roasted people.
Side by side.
Yeah.
They just started. I just started doing that last year.
That's crazy. I'm gonna tell you what I thought. And I don't know who that was, but whoever got put on the spot that night was killing it, because he was trying to get people to battle each other. And again, that's not my style. It wasn't a lot of people's style that night, but some lady up there, she was a black lady, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't scared. She ain't pulled no punch. She just went out there roasting. So forgive me if I thought you was out here roasting, because when I see you on Instagram, I'm like, damn, maybe that was the same person.
Because I've done it before at people's birthday roast and stuff, but I just don't remember doing it at Ed Lover.
Well, tell me this. How did you get into that? Like, how did you said people got you to come to their birthdays and roast people? Like,
so like K-Dub, shout out to K-Dub. He may have a birthday roast or something, and they was doing it at Uptown, and then I'll just like get up there, or he do it. He just recently did one at TI spot, Tri City Cafe, and I did it like that. But if you asking about how I got into the roasting thing, so one of the comedians last year, I'm not gonna say his name, well, 2 comedians last year, one of them tried to like, I guess, sneak diss me. It's both male comedians. The first one, I was out at Apache Cafe performing. Luckily, I keep my feet done, so I had on some heels or whatever. And it's like inside of Apache Cafe, they have like, it looks like it used to be an old church or something, but it has like a big old slope, a big thing of concrete. And when you stand on it, you kind of lean down. So I guess my feet was going to the front of my heels. My feet was done, and I was dressed nice. And he tried to, take pictures and stuff and send it to other comedians, not knowing that they really mess with me tough. And when I got word of it, I just went off on him. And that's how T.I. followed me. Rest in peace to his manager, Clay. Like, they followed me, and my page started going up, because I just, like, you know what? I ain't even finna, you ain't finna get out on me like that. Because if you want to connect with me, connect. Don't just try to roast me to try to get off on me because I'm not really gonna like you. I'm not gonna feel you like that if we don't know each other.
Yeah.
But if you meet me and you start doing that, then I'm okay with it because I don't met you. But just doing it, I'm gonna feel like you doing it to be like on some slick. You know.
You feel like somebody trying to come up off you? You know, like because I've seen, like I said, I've seen on Instagram, but I really be on TikTok, and I've seen like, you know, people take your content or whoever organizes these roasts, and then they'll just put on these different pages.
Use the sound.
And I'm just like, yeah, you going in. Like these boys, they really struggling. Like you going off. Like, all right, go. And I don't know, peanut butter head ass nigga. Like it's just like you just going off. I'm like, how did you get to that point?
So, well, yeah. So it's already was embedded in me since like little, like a little girl. But as I grew up, I really just don't do like roasting like that. So back to that situation with that comedian, that's what started off, and I did it and I stopped. Then another male comedian that been in the game probably over 20 years, he would always like do little slick stuff on Facebook. It was cool, like cool as hell. But for some reason, I can post the sky is blue. He'll come, oh no, you just mad because that nigga don't want. It's always some shit that don't even make sense. And when it got to that point, you start calling me, like it was so random. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is something he been wanting to say because my post literally wasn't about nobody.
Yeah.
And when he did that, I roasted him so bad. I did a side-by-side that I had people reach out to me wanting me to do like get on the channel roast me and stuff like that. And that's still in motion or whatever like that.
Okay.
So that's how that went. And then this page that I'm on, the Get Your Ass on Roast Official, shout out to y'all. I saw it on my timeline and I was like, I want to do that. Like I love laughing and stuff. I want to do that. So I reached out to the producer on the show. And he set it up and put me on there. And ever since then, it just took off like that. So that's how I did it. And I just prepare for that. Sometimes I come off the dome or I may just be outside my day-to-day life and see something and I'll put it in my notes and I'll tweak it. I just put like a word or something right there and go back and build around it. And whatever joke that I come up with, I'll make it match the person that I'm battling. So
there is like some, I ain't gonna say writing to it, but it is like a little bit of preparation, like.
Yeah, just a little bit. Cause you think about it, if you never saw me and somebody just tell you, oh, this a girl I want you to roast, and you don't see my page or nothing, like you gotta have some type of way to prepare.
I mean, I think you probably just like a really mean-hearted person, like to the core. Not you.
Oh.
But like if somebody's just able to go off the dome every single time, like how you know so many insults about everybody, my nigga, like everybody, everything. Like you ever get insecure in these type of situations when people call you out? Okay.
It's like I keep stuff in the chamber, like I said, just jokes and stuff. So I may say something and I don't even know who I'm battling yet, but I will keep that in the chamber. So like I said, so I can build around it and it will fit you once. Because, excuse me, we have to see each other. Whoever he have battling me, they see me, and then I see their pages. And some people have their pages. They have their pages blocked or private, so I have to do it off the dome, and I just have to kind of keep stuff in the back of my head. Like it ain't always easy, and I stumble sometimes. So that's that. And then what else you just asked me a second?
Well, I don't even remember.
Oh yeah, like no, I don't never feel insecure. I be wanting them to say stuff about me because some of them, it's like they always think I'm so pretty and stuff, so they don't say nothing about me. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff you can say about me. Just go look down my page, or you can come up with something, even if it's not true. Just say it.
It's so crazy. Like, what's that? You live too perfect, niggas gonna find something
perfect. That's the crazy thing about it. I be going through shit the whole time. I could be not going through something and get up and go get on the thing. Life be tear my ass up, and the whole time I'm on here roasting with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's crazy because when I do pass your page, I'm like, nah, this is a real person. Like, I'm not saying you're fake or whatever, but a lot of people they make this entry into the entertainment world, and then they have to feel like they have to put up a certain life. You seem pretty transparent. Does that help your comedy? Does it like
absolutely?
Like if you lost it, let me say like if you lost being a regular person, would you lose your comedy?
If I lost being break that down in English, I'm gonna look
like do you think if you got stupid rich and stupid famous, and I wish that upon you, of course, do you think that you would get out of touch?
No, I only be out of touch to like stay sane because I don't want like nobody stressing me out. But other than that, no, I would still be eating cup noodles and eating off paper. I'm from the trenches, by the way. I want y'all to know that. Like people, I just don't look like what I've been through. That's the crazy thing about it. Because last year my ass was homeless and doing roasting battles. Like so. that's the thing. I was homeless and houseless because I was staying with somebody. It wasn't my crib. So that, and I didn't have a car. My first time I having a car in probably over 10 years. Last year I went through that. No, I had to give up my place and the car. So it was like all that. So life was life then.
What's life at now for you?
Shit, life still life, but it's kind of up and down. You know how you can be on the straight path and one little curve will kind of like get you out of place or whatever like that. So where I'm at in life is kind of almost like it is what it is. I'm just finna stop like whatever. I'm just finna trust God with my path and my journey because like I said, I feel like I was on the right path and it just things recently has kind of like shifted my my path. So
I mean, I don't know. Just again from the viewership, it looks like you're making traction. You connected maybe with the right people. But for you, do you feel like it's in the way that you wanted to go? Do you feel like you're going at the right pace? Do you feel like, I don't know, maybe I got to go faster? Like, how do you feel about your pace and just, you saying you let God take your journey, but
my pace is kind of like just trusting the process and like slowing down. It's okay because that's what I tell people. It's okay to meet people, and it's okay. Like for example, like that page that you see me roasting on, it get thousands and thousands of views and likes, but that's not my page. That's not. I'm not seeing the dollars that's coming behind it. I'm just saying like, so that's not my page. However, I'm kind of like stepping back and slowing down, like really revamping like my life or whatever like that. And I tell people all the time, I don't want people to ever think I got it all together. When I do, there will be signs, but don't look at me to think that, oh, she's so perfect. No, I go through shit every day, going through shit now. I was going through shit before I pulled up here. Like everything. Like my life is definitely not perfect. And that's why every time I overcome something, I always talk about it to be transparent. I don't like talking about my stuff while I'm going through because they give people ammunition to use against you and to tear you down even more. But once I overcome stuff, I usually go back and talk about it. But like I said, life is currently life-ing right now to the point that I know there's something like a breakthrough or something. I'm on the edge of something special and like taking off or something because I don't understand. Everything was just all good. And then just like one day shit just shifted like with my career and stuff. So other than that, my personal life, I'm trying to stay good with that. Because, a lot of us like trying to grind and stuff. Some comedians, they struggle real bad. I've been one of those, but I also have to work because I don't have family here.
Yeah.
I'm not fortunate enough to just stay with somebody for free while I'm pursuing my career and can build up like that. That's why some days I can pursue the career. Some days I got to focus on making sure like my bills and stuff stay paid because I done been homeless and shit before, actually twice.
Knowing like what you know now, I assume you don't regret getting on that stage.
No, I absolutely don't regret.
Okay. When did you get on the stage?
I got on stage. I've tried it in 2018, but I really started taking it serious October 2019. Shout out to Henry Welch. He started me out like this. The moment that Henry Welch put that mic in my hand was the day that I knew, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Were you like the family comedian before? Like somebody put that back? Like you saying he put you on stage, but somebody like put the idea like, nah, get your ass on stage. Like
no, this girl I used to be friends with. She a comedian. I don't know if she still lives in Alabama, but we went to school together and she put together a show before I graduated. I was doing video, like online social media comedian, like content creator, influencer like that. And I stopped. And right before I graduated in 2018, she put together a show and I did the show and everybody, they thought I was their favorite. And I was like, what? Like, I really don't know what I'm talking about. I just came up here fucking around talking about my life in college and stuff. And that was that. But to be real with you, I wasn't feeling it after I did it. So I was like, it was hard to accept talking about I'm a comedian. So I didn't want to do that. I have a whole college degree.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do that.
Look, my parents sent me down here for a reason. And I can't just be like, I just got into comedy and making people laugh, mama. Just, nah. How did your family take that when you told them?
Well, first of all, my mother's dead.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm just saying. So no, and my family, they're cool, but I'm not really just close to them. So my family don't have anything to do with me doing comedy, my career, none of that. Okay. So it's all me, or it's all God. Because, and I say it's a God-given path because, like I said, I have my degree in communication and broadcasting, a bachelor degree. So I wanted to do news and stuff, but news too sophisticated for me. I did the intern part and I loved it, but I'm just like, my personality, I've been through so much shit. I love to laugh and stuff. I want to get more into like radio or either like comedy. And I was just like, if I do comedy, that could get me to the radio and to television by acting. comedic actress. So that's the route that I wanted to take. So like I said, my old friend or whatever, I didn't want to do it after not because she put it together. I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
Because I want to use my degree. I went through all this shit in college. I didn't be using my degree. Fuck comedy. But then when I got here and I tried it again, I did not like it. But like I said, when Henry did it, it just felt like something like just unlocked in me. It was like, okay, you need to do it. You done been through so much stuff. And so I do comedy for a different reason. It's more of like healing souls through my comedy because I talk about my life so the next person can be encouraged.
Yeah.
So
we're going to talk about something because you talked about that transition from college into the real world. And it's like, well, this money got spent, so I got to use it, right? What can you talk about your journey from that? Like you're like, maybe a story, maybe something that you really like. For me, I thought when I graduated, I was gonna give me a good ass job just because I had a degree, and shit was just gonna work out. And it's like, nah, that's not what happened. Like you really have to go back further than what you thought you had to, just to really set a foundation. And the foundation is what you work from. But I'm interested in your story, of course.
okay. Oh yeah, I graduated college of Mississippi State University, the biggest state in the state, biggest college in the state of Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi State. That's my college. But yeah, I graduated there literally like May the 4th. In 30 days exactly, June the 4th, I packed up my car and I came to Atlanta. Just stepped out on faith. I left my apartment and everything. I had about $100 to my name from graduation. Damn. My old car, 300,000 miles on it. And I cranked it up that morning. I applied for a job and I did tell my sister, I said, if the Omni Hotel, if they call me, this is a job I applied for. I said, if they call me, I'm out of here on Monday. So I went to go see them, my sister and her kids and stuff, like I want to say on a Friday or something. And they called me that Friday. And I went back to my apartment and I gathered the things that I wanted and I left. I was out of here 6 a.m. on that Monday, heading June the 4th, heading up here to, I guess it was on a Monday, fact check or whatever, but it was June the 4th, I know that. And I headed up here and did the interview. And when I did the interview, I never went back, only to just go back to move my stuff out of my apartment because my lease was going to be up in that July. Right. And that was it. And I just came over here and just kind of like struggled and fought my way through being here. And now it's been, 7 years.
Did you like weigh that decision a lot before making that move? Or it was just like, I know we'll figure it out when we get there?
Yeah, it was going to be, I figured out when I get there because after I graduated and stuff, then I was going through a breakup as well. And it wasn't that I was running from the breakup. It was just that after college, it's like, what else here? Like, I know there's a fire inside of me. I just cannot imagine just staying here, like after college, just in the college town, just living and working and stuff. Like I just didn't want to be in Mississippi. I was like, I got to go. Although the part of Mississippi where I went to school at is way better than like the part of Mississippi that I grew up at. Mm-hmm. But just Mississippi, period. I was like, I got to go. My time here in college, I've been here for 6 years. I did my time. It's time to roll. I didn't hesitate. When them people called me, my bad, people called me that Friday, I was out of here. Yeah. Like gone. Yeah. And I didn't know nothing. I didn't know where I was going to live at. I didn't know nothing, how I was going to survive. I just left. So.
It be like that.
Yeah.
It be like that. That's a true testament. How do you make that funny? Like, how do you explain? Like, I know it makes funny because like you got to make yourself sane when you're really kind of going through it. Like, you got to make yourself laugh. You got to, like, I guess, reinforce confidence. But how do you make that funny?
Make it funny about talking about the car. Like, driving in a car and only 2 of the damn windows work, but it's the 2 windows on the passenger side. That's funny as hell because when how you go through the drive-through and your window won't let down, you can't even reach out to get your food. You got to open the whole damn door, like damn near past the drive-through window to reach out to get your food. Yeah. And imagine if it's raining. You know what I'm saying? Now you about to have a fucking head-on collision in the drive-thru because you want to turn the car the other way where the window's at so they can drop that shit inside the car. You get what I'm saying? So
you gotta go to Checkers the whole time.
Oh yeah, because they got a right side of the car. That's what I'm talking about. Can't go nowhere else but Checkers unless I'm getting out, walking in to get my food. But what's the purpose of that?
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, I've been there. Trust me. Plastic bag. So when it rained, I had a Corsica. Had to put the plastic bag over like all my shit. Never had nothing important there because I'm like, ain't nothing for you to steal. Bro.
Right.
So it was really a blessing. Like, niggas like, man, I'm leave that car alone. He going through it already.
That's why I used to leave empty chip bags and stuff. I ain't nasty enough, but I used to leave empty chip bags and drink bottles and shit on my seat because I'm like, and some bills, because I'm like, if a nigga walk up to my car, they ain't gonna want to break in it because they gonna be like, this bitch done ate all her money up, any little money she had, because that's why I leave snacks and shit out on my seat. And the air didn't work. I had to go buy a fan from Walmart and hook that bitch up to my my headrest so the air can blow and shit. Like, that type of time. The car barely wanted to crank. 300,000 miles on it. I'm glad I made it to Georgia. So,
Well, that's skating right there, man. Nah, God is real for real.
He is.
For you, if there are some things that you could have changed just to make that journey, are there things that you would have changed? You know, people say, nah, that's not, but I believe there's some things that people can make. Like, I wouldn't have ate that bad Subway sandwich maybe that one night. You know, anything like
It's not really nothing that I would change, but if I just decided it's something that I would change, I would have went ahead and after I graduated, I met this guy in that city where I graduated, Starkville, Mississippi, and I was gonna start working. I think I started working, but the job for some reason didn't last long, if I'm not mistaken. Something of that nature, because I don't know why I stopped working that job. But I probably would have worked a little bit more just to have more than $100 to come up here to Atlanta with, even though shit, $500 still wouldn't have done nothing but maybe get a hotel room because the cost of living up here is through the roof. So, but I would have done that better, like tried to have a little bit more money, but it was just something inside of me would not let me stay longer than I did because I was stressed, like I said, going through a breakup and just being there. I'm like, I done been here 6 years and stuff. I'm just tired of being here. I want to go see other stuff. Do not want to be stuck in Mississippi. I felt like after I graduated college, I just felt depressed every day. Cause it was like, what's next?
I got this question just because, like, you know, it's your home, right? You got to find something special. If people were coming to Mississippi, where would you take them?
A place called South Haven, Mississippi is closer to Memphis or either the Gulf Coast. That's Biloxi, Mississippi, like the casino and stuff. Yeah. But if I took you up there where I live, the Mid-South, like more closer to Memphis, I would take them to like Tanger, well, not Tanger Outlet, but like maybe take them on down to Memphis to like Beale Street somewhere. Because we don't have a lot of stuff to do, like the area that I'm from.
That's
I would take them over the next town over to Memphis.
Do you ever like, you know, like dive into like, you know, the history? Like I'm from Georgia. I'm from Atlanta, but I'm from Georgia. So like I try and study like the history, like why shit like this? You know what I'm saying? You ever like dive into like the history of Mississippi? Cause as an outsider of Mississippi, you know, not a lot of people find good things to say. I'm pretty sure it's beautiful out there. It's country.
Yeah, it's a great place to raise children and stuff and have a family, retire.
I value things like that personally, but like, you know, here, okay. Let me see. What we tell niggas not to? We tell niggas not to go to what's that big lake?
Lake Lanier.
We tell people not to go to Lake Lanier. Kennesaw Mountains, they fought the Civil War. I mean, most of the places, it's the South, you know what I'm saying? It got some tinge, some stain on it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you hear about Mississippi, we hear about stains as well. Are there places where Black people are like, nah, we love it here. We never moving?
There are some places like that because, I mean, yeah, because some of my folks feel like they're not going to move. It's a lot of people in Mississippi, and then, believe it or not, it's a lot of them that leave and they go back because I'm going to tell you, although I don't want to live there, like sometimes I really do, I ain't gonna lie, be missing like the food and stuff. You ever like, have you ever just been to a gas station and got some real good ass food from a gas station?
Yes, everybody should know about these places.
Like, you would think, and some people don't. I'm talking about the hospitality. Like people up here, like Atlanta, cool, but some people act stuck up. And Mississippi, the type that up here it's so cool that when I go to my daddy's house, we sleep with the door unlocked. Like I can go in a store and leave the car running and ain't nobody gonna touch the car. You can have the car with rims on and folks just walk, damn, your car look good. They're not finna jump in and try to pull off. Where my daddy live, we sleep with the door unlocked. It's so country, ain't nobody coming there. Cause we know if you coming back there, you better have a reason to because it's private drive. You don't got no business back there to try to break in there. Yeah. So it's one of those type of things. Like, it's cool. Like, it's so quiet and calm. Like, you could just be so ducked off. People outside, like, you know, it's so country. It's so cool in Mississippi. I'm not saying drink and drive, but it's so cool. You could be on the back roads and folks had their beer sitting between their legs, like driving and stuff, just cooling it. And nobody bothering you and stuff. I do love that. I do be missing that. Mm-hmm. So, Mississippi straight.
That's what I'm hoping to hear. You know what I'm saying? Do not leave your car running. In Atlanta.
Please.
If you don't know that already, terrible idea. If you value your insurance rates, don't bring your valuable shit. Let's just put it like that. But no, things are changing. I feel like now that we've come out of the pandemic, people are coming back outside again. And for you, I haven't seen you, you know, like I said, stop doing shows, you know what I'm saying, as a stand-up. Not just roasting, but like as stand-up. I think I saw you featured on a show with Lunel at one point.
No, I was at her show and took pictures and stuff with her, but that wasn't Lunel. You're probably thinking about comedian Selena. If you just recently seen a flyer, that's Selena J, and she kind of favor Lunel.
I could be wrong, and I'm sorry, Lunel and Selena J.
They favor each other, but nah, I never featured for Lunel.
Lunel, you too. Y'all, look, I want
I
y'all.
took pictures and stuff with her at her show, like after her show, and like got to talk to her, but I never featured for her.
I'm saying, like, I don't. I be on TikTok and I see your roast. Do you see this comedy world right now? Do you feel like you have to pick a side of who you work with? Like Lunel wanted to work with you, you know, would that be any problem for you?
It wouldn't be a problem. I definitely work with her, and I'm the type that I'm gonna work with. I never been a fan of like any comedy beef or oh you shouldn't work with them. No, if that person haven't done anything to me, I'm gonna work with them because I'm not gonna be missing out on opportunities because he said, she said, and stuff. Like I don't get into all that who funny, who ain't funny, who should or shouldn't be doing. I just focus on am I funny, where I can grow at and be funnier or things that I can do better. I never been the type to get into all that comedy drama and stuff. I don't do all that. So I'm gonna work with whoever I want to work with. If they want to work with me, I don't care about you not liking them because some they did 15 years ago and stuff. That shit don't got nothing to do with me.
If you get that call to do a role that's not comedy, would you take it?
Absolutely, but it has to be a role that makes sense. Nothing too out of control and that'll mess up my brand and stuff like that.
I mean, like they called you to do I don't know the Days of Our Lives or something like that. You got a feature role. Ain't no jokes in there, but you might have we need you to do the scene and nobody's supposed to laugh. Like,
yeah, I could do that because I also not only just comedy, I do inspirational speaking and stuff too. So I know how to be serious and change it up and not always be funny all the time. Because that's another thing about me too. I be fussing at some of my peers or whatever like that always being funny and stuff every area. No, sometimes I like to chill. I don't like being a comedian every time. Every time you see me and stuff, I don't like the roast and stuff all the time. I'll do it, but that's not who I am. A person that just roast 25/8. Like no, I'm just. I be chilling. Yeah,
I'll be a person, but if I need to,
yeah.
I
like to chill sometimes.
Do things cross the line? Like, and I don't mean like person, but like, can jokes cross the line politically? Like, can you be politically incorrect?
Me personally, or can a comedian?
Can a comedian like can you cross that line? Like, you have the license to be a comedian. You have the license to make things that people talk about, we experience, to make some type of light in it. When does that line get crossed to you? Like,
I didn't really understand what you're saying. For real, break it down.
If a white man says the N-word in his joke, is that crossing the line?
Oh, okay, yeah, it is crossing the. I will say that's crossing the line.
Or a non-black person using the N-word in their jokes, do you feel like that would be something that's crossing the line?
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit much because there's just some word I think forever that people will have a problem with. White people say it. I know we say it all the time, but it's just certain things that. Come on now, like you out of pocket for that, like, cause white people, and sometimes they still slip up and be wanting to say it, but they don't. I personally think that's y'all cross the line.
Is there a space that it could be like? Is it tasteful?
Only time I think it's never funny to me. The only time that I feel that I would accept it if I'm on stage and I tell a white, I would never do this, but if I for whatever reason do it, be like, hey, person right here, white person, tell that person beside them that he a nigger or something like that, or say that, or if I set it up like that and pre-tell them, hey, when I get to this joke on stage, I'm gonna ask you to do that, and they already had a conversation about, hey, black man, he's gonna say that to you like that. I'll be okay with it like that. But just a white person just saying that, no, because I feel like when they say it, they try to add too much emphasis on it, and it's some shit they want to get off their chest. They not saying it in a joke. They saying it for real, but they try to say it in a joking way.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'm not a fan of it either. It's not funny. I always say it's not funny. I look in the camera, it's not funny, bro.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. For you, and when you do your shows, what helps you get into that mode? You mentioned you go through real life, and sometimes you might have to shrug that thing off and still get on stage and perform. How do you kind of like separate that?
I put things that I go through to the side because I understand too. Comedians, to be honest with you, are more like naturally therapists and counselors. That's the way I look at it. So for me, because I look at comedy, like I said, it's more of an assignment for me. It's not something that I do for money. It's not something I look at the bigger picture because I want to help people. Like, because folks really do be going through stuff. I want to be that person. I strive every time I get on stage to be that person that if somebody was thinking about suicide, somebody was thinking about giving up, that it would be something that I would say to help them continue to keep going. So what I do is I always pray and meditate before I get on stage, and I usually try to keep conversation and phone calls and stuff down until I get out there, because all it takes is one little thing to shift somebody's mood, a comedian mood, and then the crowd will be able to see it. Like if my mood and I have an attitude and I get on stage, it will reflect that, and the audience will be able to tell. Because I wouldn't give my best, because all my mind would be thinking about is somebody that pissed me off before I got up here.
And I'm assuming you've done that before.
Plenty of times. So that's where it caused me, and I noticed my work. I'm like, I didn't do well, even though other people thought that I did good. I would beat myself up like I didn't perform well, this wasn't it, or whatever like that. So then I learned from that and started keeping conversation down. Right before I go on stage, don't talk to me. I don't want to do a lot. Talk to me when I get down.
What are some of your favorite places to perform? Like, what crowds do you feel like do well? Like certain cities?
Yeah, I really loved Memphis, Tennessee, but Chuckles no longer is in business, but hopefully it will come back. But Memphis is one of my favorite places and stuff because they actually came there to laugh. I loved Philly, the Carolinas. They was rocking with me and stuff like that. In Florida. And the place that I really didn't care for was Chuckles in Jackson, Mississippi. Out of all the places I've gone to, that was one of the most, I don't know, they laughed, but it's like the energy was off in that building. Excuse me, y'all. I got the damn hiccup, the American Deli Burger. So, yeah.
Where can we check you out? When your next show?
My next show, actually, the next show I have is going to be out of town in St. Louis, Missouri at KJ's Bar and Grill. Okay. With Selena J, the lady who I'm assuming you think is Michelle. I mean, Lunel.
Selena J is not... it's not Lunel, and if Selena J, if I see you in person, I will know that. For crossing the line, I got one more. What would you do if somebody came into the crowd and they look like they wanted to assault you?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'll beat the fuck out of them because I had that happen before. I would get the fuck off stage and rock your ass, like seriously, because I've had females to try that. Like I asked them, could they be quiet? And I literally had got banned from the comedy club for about 8 months. I was on stage and I was, joking and stuff, and they was being rude. And I asked them, could they keep calm? The host / the producer of the show asked them, could they be quiet? And they decided they want to continue to talk, and they threatened me. And what they didn't know is, because I get often misunderstood because people see me with the heels, the glamour and stuff like, oh, no. I told the ass, oh, meet me outside after the show. No, bitch, I'm going to meet you when I get down. So when I finish telling these jokes, then I'm coming off the stage. And I try to stay professional, but that was a night that I just felt like I was being tested. And moving forward since then, I kind of turned the other cheek. But seriously, if somebody talking, I just let them talk. But if you try to put your hands on me, I'm going to beat your ass, and I don't give a fuck about getting banned, Yes.
So Chris Rock, he handled that the right way.
Chris Rock, no, actually Chris Rock handled it great because he was on national television. But I'm not even gonna lie, he should have shot the one with Will ass backstage. I would not let you slap me like that. And to be honest with you, see, that's the area I need to grow in, because if I was Chris Rock, me and Will would have been fighting. You wouldn't slap me on the national TV. Yes, I don't give a fuck about all this Grammy shit like that, because that's embarrassing. Like, you really have embarrassed me for the rest of my life. Like, everybody would forever remember that. So if you're going to remember that, you're going to remember we both fucking got to fight, not that you slapped me. Now, if the camera was off, I would have been professional, like, whatever. But on national television, think about that. Everybody will forever remember that about you forever. Would you be professional like that? That professional?
Look, Chris Rock is a legend for sure. But a lot of people know him for his role as Pookie in New Jack City. And so I don't know if people remember you for getting slapped or being a crackhead. I'll probably be a crackhead. I ain't gonna lie, because that's fake life. You're right. You're absolutely.
But that is fake life. But think about it, the slap was real life.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I had to think about it.
Yeah,
you're right. No,
so it's like,
we can't live like that. What's your funniest joke? Either your funniest joke or the funniest joke that you've ever heard. You have one?
It's kind of a joke, but it's kind of not. It's like when I go on stage, I always take my purse and stuff because folks. I started doing that because I'm usually at the comedy clubs by myself. Sometimes I used to go with a friend, but then when she stopped coming with me, I have to go by myself. I don't ever have nowhere to sit my purse at. So my funniest thing that I like to say is I brought my purse up here because a motherfucker ain't finna steal my shit and help me look for it. And then I'll let them know, like, you'll be disappointed if you go in my purse because I ain't shit in this purse but purse. You get what I'm saying? So this is one of my favorite jokes. I like saying that because, like, I'm goofy. I have a big sense of humor. So when I say stuff like that, people ain't used to people talking like that. I'm a country girl. Man. So I ain't shit in that purse
but in your purse, man? And let you know they ain't fine. Ain't nothing in your purse. I try to find the trauma in there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm trying to find out who got you to the point where say, you know what, I'm not letting nobody talk shit about me no more. Everybody getting. I'm trying to find out who was that person in your life.
No, I ain't never really got bullied like that for real. So
I mean bullied, like, but you got that, like you said, you got that natural antagonist to just life. Nigga just good at just roasting everybody. Like,
oh, I had that from just, I feel like I said, I'm often misunderstood. I always have people that try me because they feel like, oh, you must be a church girl. Because I really have that. Like, people would never think that I would have that side of me. And some of that monster came out of me from actually growing up in the trenches and stuff. So that's where that antagonist part came out. But I get mistaken all the time, and people like tends to try to play with me a lot for real, like try to test me, and that's where that came from.
Okay. That's your fault. That's what she trying to say.
Yeah, because a lot of times I used to turn the cheek, and I don't say that. I ain't always just popped out. I let stuff build up sometimes. Like, I'm cool. Sometimes I turn the cheek. I don't always retaliate every little time somebody say something. But as I went over the years, I've had people try to manipulate me, always saying stuff, and I don't say nothing back. Like, girl, be the bigger person. Or I start thinking about church people say, what would Jesus do? And I would let stuff build up. And then it got to the point like, nah, I'm tired of always being the bigger person with everything.
Yeah, it's pressure, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna let that slide? You gonna let Will Smith slap you in front of everybody? In front of all the Nah, bro. Okay. Well, for you then, I guess appropriate question. Do you have a favorite comedian?
I have a few of them, but one of my favorite comedians is for real Monique, and shout out to her. She actually let me open up for her when she came here in 2021, and I just love Monique on a deeper level because I can understand her. For example, how I just made the statement where I always got to be a bigger person. I can see that with her. I can see that people always thought she was crazy for the things that she said. I get done like that a lot too. Like, what be going on. You see it clear as day, and people still look in your face and tell you that you're crazy for doing this. Oh, you just always got something to say when people are doing this. But people can be literally bothering her. And when she finally step up and decide that she want to defend herself, then she always get looked at as the bad person. So I could relate to her on a deeper level. And I love Monique to death because she actually let me open up for her and just like show me so much hospitality and stuff.
Shout out, Monique.
Yeah.
Shout out you, Monique.
Shout out to you, Monique. I love you to death, like to eternity.
just more on, and I'm not saying that nobody else needs to be on your list, but
I love Mike Epps, Cat Williams. I met Mike Epps before, but I haven't met Cat Williams. I love Mike Epps. Cat Williams, forever it would be it will forever be Bernie Mac, but rest in peace to Bernie Mac. Who else? I love, like, even some of the ones that I wouldn't call him underground, but maybe not maybe an A-list, but still right there a B comedian. Like, I love Steve Brown. Shout out to D-Lay. Like, they're hilarious because Steve Brown, like, he's someone that thinks highly of me and has given me several opportunities and stuff. So I really mess with you, Steve Brown. So
now I'm gonna tag on you. Shout out KDavis earlier.
Yeah, shout out to KDavis.
What about more of your peers? Any of the other peers that we should be more aware of? Keep our eyes out.
Keep y'all eye on the littlest nigga I think in the comedy game outside of Kevin Hart is my dog Raheem Holt. Shout out to Raheem because he has given like other comedians a lot of opportunities with casting. He's an actor and comedian, a great host. So if y'all ever need a host for any type of event, Raheem Holt can get the job done. And he's somebody that I have close to me dearly. Like, we're like Mike and Ike. Seriously. And there's some other good comedians out here. Oh, shout out to Ashima Franklin. I love her. She has given me a game and stuff and talked to me and, keep me up on game and stuff in the comedy game. So
yeah. Now, this is MUZIQ HEADz. And I know you're a comedian, but music and comedy, they kind of run hand in hand. Who do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of people, but I like Lil Durk. So first of all, I love all genre. Well, I really love gospel music, rap music, trap music, R&B. So I listen to a variety, but I like Lil Durk. Of course, I love Glow. She from Memphis. Who else do I listen to? I like rest in peace to Dolph. That's one of my favorite rappers. I still listen to him. And I love like the Jagged Edge. Shout out to Jagged Edge. My guy, Wild Kyle on there. So he, follows my journey as well. So I still listen to all that type of music. Just never know.
There we go. We go. You got a little cousin out there that needs a shout out for the music too, Everybody got a little cousin that's trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? Come on, cuz put me on there. When he blow, he gonna be making songs about y'all, how y'all didn't shout him out. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure we catch everybody.
I don't really have cousins that make music, but
okay.
Girl from my back home, Tania Stout, she's doing her thing in the music industry or whatever like that, and I can't wait to see her flourish and blow up because she's definitely gonna blow one day.
Shout out to Tania Stout. Tania Stout?
Tania Stout, yeah.
Shout out to Tania Stout.
And shout out to Machete. She's still she's a great singer and she's working on getting like writing and stuff and get her music out, and I know she's gonna be great because she remind me of Ella May.
Okay.
Machete, my friend Machete, and shout out to Arday as well. Arday is a comedian.
Okay.
So yeah, and she's on her grind, realtor, and all that.
And they also coming out of Mississippi?
Oh no, they're from Virginia.
Okay.
So Tania Stout is from Mississippi in the Memphis area, but Machete and Arday, they are from Virginia, and I met them here since I've been in the comedy game, and we just like clicked and stuff.
Man, so let's. That's them. You know what I'm saying? We shout out, we plug our people in. Now you got to plug you in. You said your next show's in St. Louis.
Yeah.
But what else you working on, Ms. Davis?
Actually working on like building up my social media because my Facebook and stuff is monetized. So I'm just working on, first of all, my personal life and just working on trying to navigate more into actually speaking like at events and stuff like the inspirational side, maybe doing TED Talk. And then I got an award show coming up. I have shows coming up like in Mississippi and then Nashville and stuff. What else am I working on? Oh, and I'm working on getting my T-shirt business more off the ground or whatever because I have a new merch line called Purpose Over Pain. I should have brought one of the shirts, but I didn't bring it.
Bring it next time.
Yeah, and then also get my online store back going because I have like duffel bags, vanity plates, T-shirts, sweatshirts, all of that, backpacks. So I got to get all that back in motion because when life was life and my ass was homeless, I had to let that go. That was the least of my worry, like worrying about merch and stuff like that. So, yeah.
It's a little different now because it seems like everybody does merch now. Like everybody's doing merch. Churches doing merch. Like everybody's doing merch. Dentist offices do merch. My dentist had like their own like special toothbrush. Like, no, we got this made at a special fee. I'm like, bro, you really trying to get this extra $20 out of my pocket? Like, it's the independent route, your journey. You finding ways to just grow your brand. What would you say the next level would be for you?
The next level would be more into television.
Okay.
Yeah, going into television, and I have I have people because I don't want to speak about it on here, but I do have people like out in LA is interested in flying me out there to do some work and stuff with them. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And that should take off a little bit more to get me because it's a big platform. So I know I should flourish from that. And my I'm just working on building my social media sites, building my brand, like my business and stuff with my merch and stuff. And my merch different because I used to do funny videos, and I used to say, why you do that? And then I'll find funny stuff and say, why you do that? Then I just go off like roasting with that too. And I have that saying in a cartoon picture of me on my bags and stuff like that. So my merch a little bit different. You could keep my duffel bag there, washable, rainproof and stuff. And the bag I've been having, I got about 3 of them, and one of them I've been having for the last 3 or 4 years. Like, and it still look brand new. So duffel bags and stuff.
So you look somehow. I don't know if it's when you come back or when we edit this, but we need you to plug this in so we can tell people where to get your merch at. How can they get your merch now? How can they get in contact?
You can get your merch right now. Like right now, as I speak through me, you can hit me up on Instagram, TikTok at KDavis Comedy. That's the letter K, DAVIS COMEDY. Or I could put a number on here too, right? If you need to.
I mean, we can do something. Yeah, we actually.
I mean, you can text or call the number 470-728-4875. So that number or either through social media, and I do ship. So, yeah.
Well, look, Miss Davis, look, it is a little warm today. I put on a hoodie because it was starting to get cool. Straight lie. It's hot today. We are happy to have you here. I hope that you can come back another time. And, definitely with some merch, because them duffel bags sound very
See, the duffel bags, I can't. Those will have to be ordered online and stuff like that, and it's drop shipping, so I don't make those. But like the t-shirts, the Purpose Over Pain t-shirts, I have them on hand direct. I can get them back to you in about 3 to 5 days or whatever like that. So
okay. Well, we got to have you back in here too. Just whenever your schedule allows. But Miss Davis, thank you for dropping by the MUZIQ HEADz. Look. Usually we tell people to plug us in, give us a little shout out. That's probably the only part that we cut out. But is there anyone that you want to give us a shout out before we call it the end of the show, I guess?
Yeah, you said give you guys.
You first. Anybody you want to give a shout out before we call it done, and then of course you give a shout out to MUZIQ HEADz.
Okay. Well, for sure, get your ass on Roast Official, because that's the roasting show that I've become the female champ on, and that he just has, just allowed me to be on there to express myself through comedy, through roasting and stuff. So I always have to shout him out because I enjoy him for rocking with me on his platform. And I guess that's it. Shout out to my sister and them back home.
Shout out to sister back at home.
Like,
shout out to KDavis in the house with us tonight.
And of course, MUZIQ HEADz. What? Shout y'all out. Like,
no, appreciate it. No. Shout out to KDavis, y'all. Look, I want y'all to pull up in St. Louis. We rolling in, and we gonna be in the crowd, and we're not gonna start nothing with you. You know what I'm saying? You might have to have that fandom where if somebody stands up too fast at your show, somebody come knock them down for you. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of fandom we need over here. But again, thank you for pulling up. You're welcome to come back. And this MUZIQ HEADz, so shout out to y'all.
Make sure y'all tune in. Keep rocking with MUZIQ HEADz.
Keep rocking with us. It's Davis, y'all. We good.
MUZIQ HEADz Radio, baby.